can't be great.
Well, anyway, all right. So last night at Madison Square Garden, LeBron plays his final game, maybe there.
Oh, come on.
Okay, go ahead.
You think this is the end?
I don't.
I don't either.
I think this man needs a farewell tour in every stadium in the NBA.
For us to think this is the end would be here. Why don't you set it up and then we'll go.
No, go ahead. Go.
For us to think this was the end would literally be going against 2 decades of data points that we have on LeBron James. LeBron James is someone who wants everyone to know how great he is, and he's earned that. LeBron James is someone that likes to have control over every situation that he is in. So why would we think that the end of his career would fade to black? Why would we not think that LeBron James would want to make sure that everything is set up and that he's in control of the situation to let everyone know, hey, I'm coming back for my final season. This is your opportunity to celebrate me. And not only does he deserve that, we as sports fans deserve that. People want to be able to buy the tickets and know this is the last time LeBron's going to be at MSG. This is the last time LeBron's going to be at this particular arena. Make sure that we get to see history because we want to see him on his way out. The NBA wants it, LeBron wants it, and we as fans want it. So, no, I don't think that this was the last time LeBron will be at Madison Square Garden.
Okay. Also, I'm glad you opened this up this way because I get that it was a big deal. We had it on ESPN Radio. The Knicks win 112-100. Is LeBron known for MSG moments? Am I missing? In our lifetime, Michael and Reggie Miller are so far ahead of LeBron in those MSG moments. Forget actual Knicks players, Jalen Brunson or Carmelo Anthony or Patrick Ewing or any of these great Knicks players over the course of the last 30 or 40 years. Am I missing something? Are there some iconic LeBron games that I should be thinking about? When I think about LeBron games, all-time LeBron games, I think about his 45-15-5 Game 6 2012 at Boston when he was with Miami. I think about the comeback 3-1, obviously, against the Warriors. I think about the game, in 2007 that he had against the Pistons where he scored, 25 straight or something crazy in that game, if my memory is serving me. I don't know, and maybe Vegas East can remind me and I'm missing something, LeBron MSG? I don't even associate the two.
Was Tyrese Halliburton with the choke at MSG?
Yeah, well, it must have been, right?
So I think of that more than I think of LeBron.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have done it at home,
right?
Obviously.
Exactly.
Right,
I think he
maybe I'm
think
wrong.
of that. It's just because he says it's his favorite place to play. That's the only reason I associate what makes me think this is not one among many reasons why I think this is not his last season is because he loves that building. He has publicly said that is where he feels like he's in basketball greatness because of the greats who have played in that building, because of the history of that building. But I don't know if there's any one signature LeBron moment. I mean, heck, the one I think of is the chase down block in Game 7, which happened at Oracle Arena. I think of more of those moments than I do associating him with one in specific at Madison Square Garden.
100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. But here's the curveball. I will throw a curveball on this. Do I think it's LeBron's last year? No. Do I think the All-Star game was going to be telling as to whether or not it could have been? In other words, if he was not named an All-Star, I thought definitively it would not be his last year because you would never have an All-Star game in his last year without him. Mm-hmm. He was named an All-Star yesterday, which I do believe was the right thing. Whether you think he deserves it based on his play or the Lakers' play this year, it's in Los Angeles. You don't want a Clipper representing it, even though they're hosting it because of all the drama around the Clippers right now with Kawhi and Ballmer and the planting trees and everything that Pablo Torre investigated. They're have LeBron as the representative is much better than having the Clippers. So maybe you want to say, could he? I'm just throwing this out there. Could he hypothetically announce this is it at the All-Star weekend? Yeah, neither of you could even say, yeah. Okay, we're done. We're done. We're done. None of us believe this is even thing. Let's move on. There's literally nothing to do here. This is the topic. The topic right now is 3 people on national radio and TV that cannot even get themselves to answer a question about whether or not this could be his last year because it's so unbelievable that it could be.
Because I think he'll want to be celebrated from post to post, from the beginning of the season until the end. I think he'll want the big LeBron countdown until the final game. I think he'll want to make sure that he knows what's happening for all of this. And think about where he is right now. We're talking that Lakers piece came out where there was reporting that they were sick of him, that they might want to move on from him. He's going to want to end on a high note.
Yeah.
And this is a very foreign space for him to be in where he's on a team where he's not the center anymore. He's not the focal point. He's not the magnetic force field with which everything revolves around. That's Luka now. But this is his opportunity to take back the spotlight. And you don't think LeBron James, of all people, is going to want that? And that LeBron James, of all people, hasn't earned that?
100%, and I agree, and I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we actually played out live on the air this exercise of could this be it, and none of us going to the place of yes. And all three of us, I think, are going to be fine having egg on our face if all of a sudden at All-Star Weekend coming up in a few weeks, LeBron says, that's it, I'm done, that was my last game at MSG.
Well, what makes you think he's going to do it at All-Star?
I don't. I don't.
No, but you just threw out the idea, so clearly you've workshopped this.
No, Courtney, what I'm saying to you is there a curveball within the fastballs that we are throwing that there is so no way that any of us can wrap our brains around him hanging it up after this season? 1 year ago today, they trade for Luka. The Lakers made the decision that this is Luka's franchise. LeBron didn't make that decision. LeBron would have signed a multi-year extension if they maxed him out with a no-trade clause. So clearly he was looking for more years than this, and this is the fun of the exercise we just did. All the pomp and circumstances, we get ready for Super Bowl week around LeBron coming back to the Garden, all of us are saying, cool, we'll do that again next year. That's, as I'm spitting all over myself right now, that is literally what's happening. I'm so worked up by literally like diving into this right now.
So I thought about this a lot last night, and there's only one avenue for LeBron to close this out, as far as I'm concerned. It can't be with the Lakers. It can't be with the Warriors. It can't be with the Knicks. It can't be with the Heat.
Don't say
He
it.
has to go back to Cleveland, and hear me out. We're thinking last night, could this be it? Could this be the end of LeBron and the NBA? Could this be the end of his career? I think about Albert Pujols, who was the second greatest Cardinal to ever live. He leaves St. Louis. It's a bad breakup between he and the city and the fan base. But in his last season, he comes back to St. Louis. He has the chase to 700 home runs, and it was so special. He felt so loved, and he is one of the greatest baseball players to ever live, and he deserves that. LeBron will always be tied to Cleveland. Yes, it was a bad breakup with the decision, but he goes back. He fulfills the promise. We will always think of him in a Cavs uniform. And if he is going to get the full celebration, I think it needs to be with the Cavs. I think it needs to be bookmarking or bookending his career where it started in a Cavs uniform.
Courtney, you said don't say that. Why?
Because I just knew that was it's too perfect. And I get it. Like, if he really wants to make that happen, I'm sure he can force his way into getting back to Cleveland, finishing, I guess that'd be 2026-27 season, riding it out. I don't think they win another championship with him. I don't know if the championships are what we judge what his last possible season will look like. I don't think that matters. Honestly, this is like the Kobe treatment back in 2016 when he had announced it's going to be my last year, and he gets the stadium ovation every time he goes out throughout that season. And then his career ends and he goes off into the next phase of his life. Part of me thinks where Cleveland is right now, and obviously the trade that happened over the weekend, or I guess a couple of days ago at this point, and thinking of where this team is going. Do they really want to? Can they make it work without having to mortgage the future? Can they make it work in a way that doesn't feel like it has to blow everything up right now to fulfill this, I guess, I wouldn't even say a promise, but do this duty to LeBron James to let him retire in the place where it all started? Like, that's just kind of how I view it. If you can do it in a way that isn't going to be disruptive to what you're building for long term, then okay. But if it requires all of these moving parts and trying to make this square peg round hole thing like seamless, then I'm not for it. But I also don't think, Michelle's pointed out, she just mentioned the Baxter Holmes article that we talked about a week ago. Like, this doesn't feel like it's going to be ending with the Lakers, which is another reason why I don't think it ends this year.
I'm so happy we went through this exercise. The anger we all of us had towards even entertaining that last night could have been LeBron's final night playing at MSG, and then disputing even the hypothetical concept, could he announce it all at All-Star Weekend in Los Angeles? This was fun. I actually enjoyed this because somehow all three of us just hated on LeBron, and he didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing he's done that's wrong.
I don't think we're hating on him.
I'm not hating on him at all.
I'm hating on us. I'm hating on us, actually, is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I was going to say, if anything, I'm saying saying we deserve to celebrate you more. And
no, that I don't want. I'm already preemptively sick of that.
Okay, well,
It hasn't
I want to
happened yet, and I'm already
more.
sick of it.
But also, for someone who really loves to have control over a situation, he's never going to beat Michael in rings. What's the one thing that he has that really separates him in this debate? It's that he won in his hometown. It's that he went back to Cleveland and brought them a championship. And wouldn't he want a full season of us talking about that, talking about his greatest accomplishment? Arguably his greatest accomplishment.
Sounds like we may get it next year. We also may get that team that you're talking about. Maybe could they get in the mix for someone? Could the Greek Freak be on his way out? We'll discuss next. We're on Sportsmanlike, presented by Progressive Insurance.